2025. We are at the Worcester County Government Center, room 1102. Okay, at this time, if we take a look at the agenda, would you please stand and say the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for a moment of silence. You may be seated. All right, number 3, Proclamation Veterans Day 2025. 40, would you come up, please? We're glad to have you here this evening, and I have a proclamation to give to you. This is a proclamation recognizing with deepest respect and gratitude the military service of American men and women spanning the lifetime of our nation and the sacrifices they accepted and endured to protect our homes and our families and keeping our country free. Whereas it is fitting and proper that every year on Veterans Day, we come together to pay tribute to the men and women who have served in the United States Armed Forces, Americans across this land who have risked their lives to preserve the liberty of our nation, the families who support them, and the heroes no longer with us. And whereas as we honor our veterans with ceremonies on November the 11th, 2025, let our actions strengthen the bond between a nation of free citizens and her warriors. And whereas we are humbled by the sacrifices rendered by our service members and their families out of the deepest sense of service and love of country, and on Veterans Day, we remember our solemn obligation to our veterans, recommitting ourselves to upholding the enduring principles of our country so that we may always be free. And whereas, as the townspeople of Snow Hill have experienced great triumph and tragedy over the years from the contributions to military service made by our native sons and daughters, our community owes a debt of gratitude that can never be repaid. Now, therefore, I, Janet T. Simpson, Mayor of the town of Snow Hill, Maryland, do hereby proclaim that this Veterans Day, the 11th of November, 2025, shall be a day of honor and remembrance in the town of Snow Hill as we pause to pay tribute to the brave men and women of the United States Armed Forces. And I call upon all of you, all of our citizens, to give humble thanks to a veteran at every opportunity. Proclaim this 11th day of November in the year 2025, attested by Rick Pollock, Town Manager, and Janet T. Simpson, Mayor. And at this time, if there are any other veterans in the room, would you please stand? And we would all like to give you a round of applause. All right, so if the council would come up and join me for pictures, please. Post 67 American Legion for Snow Hill.
I get you guys to scoot over smidges way. Solid, but to me.
Is that good?
We're good.
Okay, well, thank you. Thank you for coming.
We do love the support we get. We really need this. Thank you very much.
All right. Okay, now we have a citizen spotlight, a certificate of commendation, and I would like to present this commendation to Snow Hill Rotary Club. And so members, would you please come forward? And we have our president here, Maurice Ames. And I know that your daughter was going to be in.
Got a W2, that's my society.
Hey, great, that's great, I'm glad. Okay, I think I'm gonna come out front and then. Okay, certificate of Maurice, will we introduce everyone here or just people say their names? We can start with Gary.
Gary King.
Diana Dalton.
Jane King, Betsy Gravner Stacy,
Maurice Ames.
President.
TJ Myers.
Tom Sullivan. B. Ron.
All right, so this is presented to Snow Hill Rotary Club for outstanding community service in meeting the needs of our citizens. Going down history a little bit here and starting off with. Whereas since 1942, Snow Hill Rotary Club, now with a membership of 35 local volunteers, has been actively engaged in improving quality of life of our neighbors, as well as supporting the goals and objectives of Rotary International through such projects as Iron Furnace 50, helping to preserve the history and legacy of the Nacilongo Iron Furnace at Furnace Town. And whereas the impact of Snow Hill Rotarians on our young people cannot be overstated, with direct benefits reflected by Larry Newsom's Service Scholarship, the Laurel Anderson Healthcare Scholarship, the Interact Club at Snow Hill High School, support for after-school programs of Club Fear, the Judy Center, and their energetic support of the Worcester County Teacher of the Year program. And whereas the Snow Hill Rotary Club extends its reach to the needy and less fortunate members of our community through its support of the Snow Hill Food Pantry and countless other charitable agencies, constantly living up and extending their motto of service before self. Whereas because the members of the Snow Hill Rotary Club commit themselves on a daily basis to living the components of the four-way test, namely, is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? And will it be beneficial to all concerned? They have earned the respect and gratitude of the entire community. And I can say that as I have also been a member, this is one exceptional group of Snow Hill. Now, therefore, I, Janet T. Simpson, Mayor, emotional here, Mayor of Snow Hill, Maryland, do hereby recognize the Snow Hill Rotary Club for outstanding service to community and issue the certificate of commendation as our citizen spotlight for November 2025. I further call upon all our friends and neighbors throughout Snow Hill to be aware of the generosity of our Rotarians and support them in their good work at every opportunity. Presented this 11th day of November 2025, attested by Rick Pollock, Town Manager, and Janet T. Simpson, Mayor. So congratulations. Okay, all right, let's see here.
You don't even have to kneel down.
Can we all get in here? Okay, so.
Absolutely.
Okay, all right, there you go. Thanks for coming. I appreciate it. Okay, let's go to number 5, approval of minutes. And we have October 7th, 2025 work session, October 14th, 2025 regular meeting, and October 28th, 2025 work session. Are there any corrections or anything to add to these?
I don't.
No? Councilperson Lee? No. Councilperson Fletcher? Do you have any? Okay. All right, do I have a motion to approve the minutes of all 3 sessions?
I make a motion to approve the minutes of all 3 sessions.
Do I have a second?
I'm staying because I haven't read all.
You haven't read them? And
Not completely.
Councilperson Fletcher has not read all of them. How about Councilperson Lee? Second the motion, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Any opposed? You're abstaining? Okay, all right, so the minutes are passed by the majority of the council with Councilperson Fletcher abstaining. Okay, number 6, treasurer's report. Councilperson Fletcher, as our treasurer, do you have any remark?
No remarks, but I know that, I talked to Lou and Melissa. Can you, just go over the 30, 60, 90? She said she talked to you about it. For the water and sewer, please.
Absolutely. So the 30-day, even though it seems like people that might have just not paid, it's actually the people, we have 3 groups we rotate for the quarterly bills. These are the people that are coming on their cutoff that are about to be billed again. So those are your 30. That's where you start with your 30-day. $6,800 of that 30-day. Try my numbers straight. Because it's higher than usual. It's about $7,000 to $10,000 more than, or close to 20. That being $6,800, almost $7,000 of that is stuck right now in leak adjustments. We had 2 huge pipe bursts, and those are adjustments. So we still bill initially because that is actual usage. But when we have leaks, we do a one-time leak adjustments for pipes. Maybe if you had some kind of leak that was existential, we do those once a year. And if there's something catastrophic, we do a 3 times leak, so which would be 3 times your normal average leak, which 2 of these are. And that leads to substantial, and there's probably right now I think there's 6 accounts, and I totaled it up, it's over $6,888 that's tied up in that. Another $15,000 of that right now, I equated, because I ran those numbers to see which accounts they are. 5 of our largest users in town are unpaid. And as soon as they do pay, or they get their reminder notice that I sent out 15 days before the cutoff, I assume that they're going to be paying. But that would bring us down to the normal levels. But these are the people that are coming into a cutoff range right before they are to be billed again in December. So that does leave it a little higher than normal, but with adjustments and these 5 people, those are their regular bills, but they just have gone unpaid. So I plan on collecting those. We should have it by the end of the month.
So now read the amount that we had at the end of September was $4,211,315.84. And for October, we have $4,203,172.53. And thank you, Mark.
Okay, any questions from
Yes.
council? Go ahead, Mr. Lee.
I guess I should direct it to you since you made the report. The 5 top people you referred to. Can you hear me?
Would you mind repeating the question? You said something about 5.
No.
The 5 top bills are outstanding that you mentioned.
Mhm.
Are those residential or business? Or is it a combination?
I think all but one is a business. The 4 are businesses, the last one is a residential, but is a regular hire user. These could be something as simple as misplacing it, maybe they're doing, but these people are not regularly late. This is just,
That's my rationale, is what's taking place with that. If it's all residential, then, I mean, you know, I guess it's the thing I know you look at, impact, what's causing that? And what was there, I guess, when it comes to directly, when I look at the increases, I look at what people are suffering and what they're going through right now. So I know you consider that, there's no question about it, but I wanna, throw that out there. Is there anything that we need to particularly look at with those 5 in terms of any type of support, relief, or cause?
these wouldn't be your, like I said, 4 of them are businesses. The other one is a high user, and is a regular high user and a regular high is a payer. So at that, this is the second quarter that has been billed with the new rates. We are watching as people are kind of following along with what our suggestions have been, is that you can, once you have your bill at 0, I have been telling people to offset the higher cost, is that once your bill is at 0, then to start paying on it in monthly, to take what your average bill is and start paying that to get ahead of your bill. So when it does come in, it's much more manageable. Because if someday we decide to go, monthly, which is, it's a lot more work and a lot more reads and a lot more everything. Collections, it's a lot. But monthly, many times people will do their budgets for months. We are going to see the impact of the new rates and kind of where our nation's status is right now with freezes and things like that. We're not going to see that for another month or 2. But if I do start seeing a pattern, I will definitely bring it to the attention of the council.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions? All right, do I have a motion to accept the treasurer's report?
I make a motion to accept the treasurer's report.
Do I have a second?
A second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, so the treasurer's report is approved. Number 7, town managers report.
Hi, good evening. I don't have anything additional to add to the report, but I would just like to take the opportunity to stress something that we're doing the first week of December that's kind of unique. And the mayor and council, along with our planning commission, is hosting the state secretary of planning, Rebecca Flora, who will come to town to meet with the community at large. And I'm calling it a pep rally. I hope that's respectful enough, but I'm calling it a pep rally for our comprehensive plan project. This is something we're required to do every 10 years by the state of Maryland. It's been a little while since we did one in Snow Hill. COVID kind of threw the scheduling off track across the country. And so most of municipalities and counties are right now updating their comprehensive plans. But this will be a truly community-generated effort. We've selected a consultant. We haven't signed the contract yet. We're working with their template to get the contract on board, but we hope the consultant will be here that night. The professionals who will help guide the planning commission through this process. But it's only going to be as good as the input we have from our public, from the community we're serving. And so December 3rd, it's a Wednesday night, first week of December, at 6 o'clock over at Free Indeed Ministries on Market Street, West Market Street. We'll start with the 6 o'clock reception gathering type of thing for people to socialize. And then at 6:30, we'll move into the sanctuary. And I want to thank Bishop Elbert Davis for making the facility available for us. And Secretary Flora will come and she'll explain why the comprehensive plan is important. What does it mean? It's our roadmap for our vision for the town as seen by the community for the next 10 years. And we want to encourage everyone in town to come out, learn about the comprehensive plan, be prepared to give us your visions, your hopes and dreams for Snow Hill over the next 10 years and help us make this a true community effort. So I just want to emphasize that event and hope that people will come out and support it.
All right. Questions from council? Of Mr. Pollitt? Hearing none? Okay, oh, you got one?
Nope.
Okay, all right, thank you. All right, department reports, anything, Mr. Pollitt, from economic development?
No, hopefully, this is the last week and I'll say that.
Okay, good. Okay, code enforcement, Mr. Brandon,
Nothing more to add unless you have questions.
questions, okay? So his report is in the packet. And Mr. Lee, do you have a question?
Yes, sir. Did the meeting take place with Mr. Montgomery?
Sorry, with who?
Did the meeting take place with Mr. Montgomery? What,
Drawing a blank with the name.
consultant?
Oh,
Wallace?
Wallace Montgomery is the
Montgomery?
consulting firm. Yes, we had a meeting with him.
What's his name?
His name is Michael. And I'm drawing a blank now on his last name.
That's okay.
Yes, we've had a preliminary meeting with him where we fine tuned exactly what it is we're looking for. Right now, he has a template for a contract between his company and the town that we're waiting to receive.
So my understanding is that we signed a contract with him. It has not been signed.
Has not been signed.
Okay, so then it's premature. And the purpose of the meeting that you'll have was,
To share some of the comments that came from the interviews with the planning commission. As you recall, we had our two finalists who have given us proposals to undertake the comprehensive plan process. The members of the planning commission favored the proposal from Wallace Montgomery, who is the same consulting company that's doing the county's comprehensive plan right now. So they already had a pretty strong database of Snow Hill and where we're going and what our town has been involved with in recent years. So the purpose of our meeting, our preliminary meeting with Mr. Brandyweed and the company was to just share some of the issues that came up at the planning commission interviews and just talk about getting a template together for the contract so that we could then take it forward.
and I don't want to get ahead of Dan or you or he. I want to be in sync with it. I was laboring under the assumption that this was the first meeting with him and there was discussion about the comprehensive plan as it relates to.
Nothing more than what we haven't already said, that we wanted it to be a true community exercise. And when they did the county's comprehensive plan, they took a full year to develop a community engagement process. We were part of that in town of Snow Hill. We filled out a questionnaire about things as part of that. Now, we don't have that kind of time, but we are going to hopefully spend the end of this calendar year in having outreach efforts made to the community with the idea of starting with the first of the new year into the public meetings and the chapter by chapter updates of the comprehensive plan.
And then I want to commend you, Rick, specifically for supporting the secretary in this local
Pep rally.
pep rally coming in with her, bringing her in. I'm aware of what the county has done. We in Snow Hill, we participated in that with them, as you indicated. Many of you who were involved in it with the housing study, which is part of the town comprehensive plan. And then you're absolutely correct that the importance of this, but what I want to ensure that you know, I've talked about, I want to ensure we don't have the debacle that we had in 2010. And I believe in my heart that the only way that we're going to do that effectively at this juncture is when, after you all meet with him, the next meeting that he has is with this council in a work session so that we can get the relationship going, enforcing what you have, and if there's any other pieces that are left that we've got and what we gain from the secretary, we need to put that all on the table. I'm glad to hear that you're indicating that he's going to be there, because when I spoke to Secretary Flora, she asked for that. I shared her where we were in that process, and she asked for that. So if I'm a little ahead of you, I want to be on time when you get there.
No, but you'll probably recall that in the proposal that Wallace Montgomery submitted, part of their work effort will be to go back and review the 2010 comprehensive plan
Excellent. Yeah.
and compare it with what's actually developed over the last 15 years
Yeah.
and see where it was relevant, where it was honored, where it was not, and kind of, idea if you don't know where you've been, you don't know where you're going. So they are going to be reviewing the past plan as well.
One piece that I want to just reiterate again is that after you all make that initial contact and have that initial, so I'd say come to Jesus, but I can't do that. But to have that initial meeting with him, that the council in work session who hired him have the opportunity to sit with him and have not a give and take, let's call it an introductory meeting with our expectations. So, fair enough.
Question?
Yeah, I had a question for Dan. Talking about the Morris Street parcel. In the past, before you got here, I guess a neighbor had said something about asbestos shingles being buried in the ground. And the violations that you witnessed, to discuss with the owner, did you find any asbestos shingles?
Well, I walked the property 2 or 3 times. I can't find anything on the surface. I certainly can't speak to what may have been buried. So at this point, I don't have any evidence of what, was exactly buried, but he has been asked to clean up any material. He's been asked to look at, re-ditching or cleaning out that side ditch as it's parallel to Morris Street. I have a call into MDE. They've never returned my call as far as any wetland investigation or violations in terms of the wetlands that may have been on the site. So, Mr. Garibay has been cited, and we're still looking at progress on that track.
Okay. The 203 Commerce Street building has been in that condition for probably about 5 years. Is there intention to flip it into an actual residential unit, or?
He's indicated he wants to build 1 dwelling unit on the property. Apparently he has some kind of site plan or draft plan that he's worked with George Young Engineering on possibly correcting some of the violations and a site plan for the 1 dwelling, but I've not seen anything yet.
Okay, thank you.
One other follow-up, if I may make.
Okay.
Yeah, I seen Matt is on the whatever, YouTube, whatever. Where's the follow-up? What follow-up is there with that discussion?
With what?
Matt Olszewski.
I'm not sure what that's in regard to.
Matt Gurachowski.
Oh, I've not had any meetings with, Matt. I understand he may be scheduling something, but he's not contacted this department.
I know when I last met with you, you said you hadn't, but I thought that there was a meeting that had taken place there. That's not. Okay.
Councilperson Fletcher, you have any questions?
No, I don't have any questions, but I see your letter. Has the letter gone out yet?
Yeah.
Yes.
And this is the letter about the infestation.
Yes, and I do have, because on here it says, 211 Ross Street, pest infestation. That's on your third page.
Sorry, what was that again?
211 Ross Street, reports of pest infestation.
I think this was a call that came in, reporting the pest infestation. And I think I'll take that back. This was a call that had the problem with insects. And I've not had any follow-up with that yet.
Was that in the trash, Randy?
Yes, ma'am.
Got it? Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you. Public Works, Mr. Barfield, anything you want to add?
I have nothing to add, ma'am.
Questions from council, Councilperson
I
Lumpkin?
do. I was wondering about that side corner, Federal and Church. It's like it's been broken off, somebody hit it. It's pretty dangerous. It's like a shard of metal just bolted to the sidewalk. What, somebody had face plant in it. When is Selby sign coming out there to replace that?
They were supposed to have a sign last week. And got with us about putting it up. I'll reach out to them tomorrow and find out, and, if they're not gonna be here soon, if the sign did not indeed come in, that corner right there, I'll just take and barricade it off a little bit, so no one should be on that corner itself. You know, I know we got cones there, but they can still follow.
Yeah.
But I'll take care of it in the morning, all right?
All right, thank you, sir.
Anything else for Mr. Barfield, Mr. Lee? Nothing? All right, Grant's office, Mr. Bissett.
I have nothing to add unless anyone has specific questions.
We'll get back to water, wastewater in a minute. Any questions? We did get, and maybe I'll go to water and wastewater to talk about the grant we received. But anything for Mr. Bissett right now?
I would just like to note one thing, that the Project Restore 2.0 grant, which had been previously stalled. And if you have an hour, I can tell you all those problems. Fortunately, I was able to work with downtown Snow Hill and, especially Diana Nolte. And, they, created a flyer and basically a program to assist me in reaching a broader audience. And I'm happy to say that really Diana has really been instrumental in this, and the project on Green Street is underway. We're awaiting some drawings to be signed and things like that, but everything's looking good and we've been approved, and Diana will work with me to get everything pushed through and approved. And everything's looking up. It's really gonna be great. It'll fix
Thank you, Diana.
a building on Green Street that is, well, you all know the building. It's blighted. It's terrible, and it's gonna look great now. And I just wanted to make sure that, everybody knew that working with, what an integral part of helping Snow Hill to succeed, downtown Snow Hill can be, so That's it. Just wanted to make sure that that was noted.
Yes.
It's in my report.
And we didn't forget, I mean, we didn't lose that money, which was a possibility.
Oh,
So
yeah.
Diana, thank you.
And I have a long story for anybody who wants to know what happened. Like, I have like 4 of them, actually.
Any questions about that from council? You good?
Good.
Good.
Your, the number 4 legacy grant,
Right,
4 projects were completed and reimbursed. And 6 new were started.
right.
What were those? The, 6 new were started and 2 have already, okay, sorry, I read it wrong. That, never mind.
Okay.
Okay. you got
And I
it.
can tell you all 6 of them if you want to know.
You got it now?
I marked it on my iPad, but I'll email you.
Okey-dokey.
It wasn't this one.
Okay, because there's 2 legacy grants still, well,
Yes.
there's actually 3 and then 1 pending, but the 2 are active. Actively being used. Yep, just, you know where to find me.
Okay, all right, let's go back to wastewater treatment plant. Mr. Wilt, can you bring us up to date? Anything else you need to add or?
One thing in my report, bringing attention to the council was PFAS testing. We've completed all 3 rounds of testing and all levels entering the Pocono corridor we're at, but EPA levels.
Great.
And then, you wanted me to touch on the grant.
On the grant.
We found out about that after the report's been submitted. I know the town manager is gonna be sending something out tomorrow about it. But we will be receiving about $1.2 million from MDE for repairs at the wastewater plant.
Oh, wow.
Fantastic.
That's good.
Excited.
Technically, it's a loan.
Not the 1.2 part.
Isn't that a loan with principal forgiveness?
That's an additional 400,000 on that.
Right, okay.
Yeah, so we're excited about that and that's going to really improve our whole setup and production, right? I mean,
Yeah, we have a list of items that we submitted to MDE for repairs down there. They included that in the grant money. And that's also attached to our consent order. So basically, they're giving us the money to make the repairs to get out the consent order.
well,
that's
thanks,
great.
all involved, right?
It really is great.
Right. Thank you.
Yes.
Julia A. Purnell Museum.
I have nothing to add, but I do want to say thank you to everyone, for our grand reopening. We were so thankful and we had a wonderful day, so.
And you got some memberships and
We got
some
some memberships,
donations.
we got some amazing donations, and we did get a grant to help pay for that grand reopening and a Christmas, upcoming Christmas open house, so thank you.
Questions from council? Okay, Ms. Lee.
I want to follow up on May
Yeah.
with your, my interview question.
Yes, and I actually have information for you.
And you, but first let me apologize. I don't know what happened. But somebody, and text me, and it was just too late, but I've been in such I really wanted to be there with you for that, so I'm gonna be, the next event that you have, I want you to make me the doorkeeper.
Oh, wonderful, we missed you
I'm
being.
gonna hold the door for everybody up there, make up to you, I apologize.
Oh, no worries.
Now, coming back to Dr. Small.
So we have found quite a few of the oral histories, and when the library is closed, the library is going to help us digitize those and help take care of preserving that. Excuse me, so we do have a little bit of news. we found them, I haven't had a chance to look at and listen to, figure out what's going on with everything. We have a box and we have stuff in it, and it's from that time that you talked about Sarah Smalls. And so we're gonna make sure that it's taken care of and preserved, so.
Okay, that's preservation of materials that we got.
Collected so far.
So far.
So that's the bit of information I have right now, so at least we located it and have taken care of. Keeping it.
Again, recall what I had, recommending, you said you know her. that you would reach out to her so we can make that connection. I'd like to be a part of that.
Yes, certainly.
Because I think the way that we're going to be able to garner, bridge that gap to the pieces that are in the box now and the people that are here, is to get some of the elders who are still here. And I think we've got to come into the community to do that, let them know what's in the box and the importance of them speaking, because a lot of them didn't speak.
Right, and it's so important
Yeah,
to preserve that,
So,
yes, get their histories.
If, would be appropriate to ask that if you reach out to her.
Yes,
let
I
her know
will.
that, we would like to meet with her, you and her, and some others in the community, the elders, so that we can kind of bridge that gap and put that package together.
Yes, I would love to
Thank
do
you very
that.
much.
You're welcome.
Any other questions? Good. All right, chief, you're up.
So we had two, or actually three events last week and the week before, Halloween, obviously was a big event for the town, no issues there. Everybody enjoyed themselves. Prior to that, we had the, sort of the trick or treat event at the middle school, which was very well attended. And then, the seafood festival was, with no issues. So a couple EMS calls. So for that amount of people, it just shows you this community does the right stuff.
Yes.
Speed bumps have been installed thanks to Randy's crew. So we're monitoring those streets as well. So beyond that, that's it. December 8th is our Christmas parade. So we'll get the vehicle ready for that. So
Yes. And council and I will meet you at what, 6:45?
I can do door-to-door pickup.
Oh, you can pick us up at the
You just tell me
door.
where to be.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right, sounds good. It'll be a good time. Fire department, the chief could not, Andrew Quillen could not make it. He's working 2 fire companies. I think he's also working with Salisbury. But his report is in here. Do you have any questions you could give to Mr. Pollitt? To ask if you needed? Any questions about the report? All right, and Snow Hill High School. Savannah Wirtz has a report for us from the school. So Savannah, we're glad you're here and, it's good. Tell us about Snow Hill High School.
All right, last month, Snow Hill High School was bursting with school spirit as we celebrated homecoming week. From lively hallway decorations to an exciting pep rally and dance, the energy was amazing. Congratulations to our 2025 homecoming court. Our freshmen Lord and Lady were Gage Sallow and Lainey Powell. Sophomore Duke and Duchess were Carlton Littleton and Esperanza Garcia. The junior Prince and Princess was Brody Runiak and Amelia Harper. And finally, our homecoming king and queen, Dejan Johnson and Regina Welch. The Tropical Paradise themed dance was a huge success, thanks to the incredible planning and leadership of our Student Government Association and their dedicated advisor, Miss April Bagwell. Transitioning from celebrations to competition, Snow Hill Athletics also had an impressive month. Both the boys and girls soccer team made it to the Bayside Championships. The girls finished their season with a phenomenal 11-3 record, while the boys claimed the Bayside Championship title and advanced to the Maryland 1A State Playoff quarterfinals, finishing the season at 7-7. Our football team battled hard in their first round state playoff matchup against Washington High, ending their season with pride under the leadership of first-year head coach Mr. Miles and his staff. Meanwhile, the girls volleyball team wrapped up their season in the Bayside semifinals against Pocomoke High, and cross country finished strong with Ali Suarez Apacheche crowned Bayside champion and placing 8th in the state meet. A tremendous accomplishment. Adding to the excitement, Snow Hill High School recently received outstanding recognition from the Maryland State Department of Education. Our school has earned a 5-star rating and ranked 14th among all high schools in Maryland. This achievement reflects
amazing.
Yes. This achievement reflects the dedication of our students, the tireless efforts of our teachers and staff, and the unwavering support of our families and community. Now, looking ahead, next week we will celebrate American Education Week, a time to honor the importance of public education and recognize the efforts of students, teachers, and school staff. Parents and community members are warmly invited to visit our classrooms and witness the engaging learning experience that make up Snow Hill High School. On November 20th, we'll host the annual Thanksgiving Families and Schools Together event, which combines parent-teacher conferences with a traditional Thanksgiving dinner, complete with all the trimmings. Finally, as the holiday season approaches, we are grateful for the continued support of our Eagles Bounty Pantry, which provides food for students and families in need. This year, we also launched the Threads of Hope program to offer clothing assistance to our community. If you wish to donate food or clothing, please contact Ms. Townsend at the Snow Hill High School. On behalf of the Snow Hill High School, we want to thank the town council for your continued support of our students, staff, and programs. Together, we're making our community and our school stronger every day. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's all about this. That's what's done. I honestly, I just wait to hear her. This kind of young lady has to use our particular kids, and that's representative of our youth here in this nation. I'm so proud.
Thank you.
I'm so proud of y'all. There you go.
Okay, going on to unfinished business, ordinance number 2025-21. We're on number 21, okay. And Attorney Howarth, you want to talk about critical area?
Recall that we passed a critical area ordinance and it went up to the state critical area commission for review. They asked for several very minor revisions, and this ordinance reflects the requested changes by the state, and this is your second reading.
Thank you. Do I have a motion to accept the ordinance 2025-21?
I'll make a motion to accept ordinance 2025-21.
Do I have a second?
A second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposition? Seeing none. Ordinance number 2025-21 is approved. And now we move on to new business. We have a resolution and a memorandum of understanding. First, the resolution number 2025-6.
It's a resolution pursuant to section 47 of the charter of the town of Snow Hill approving a mid-year budget amendment. The town of Snow Hill Charter Section 47 provides the mayor and council with the authority to transfer funds and states any transfer of public funds between major appropriations for different purposes must be approved by the council. The mayor and council wish to increase the grant salary revenue in the amount of $16,000 to increase the grant revenue received, and to recognize grants salaries will also be expensed through an account called full-time salary in the administrative department. This is all shown on Exhibit A, prepared by Lou. This is what we discussed at your last work session, which is to accept the $16,000 grant for the economic development manager position from the downtown Snow Hill Inc.
Okay. Any questions, council?
My only real question is that, so we get the grant this year, right? 16,000, that's gonna go towards that person's salary. If downtown Snow Hill through the Worcester County doesn't get it, say in 2026 or 2027, is this the language that we have to come up to meet that? Because that is that person's salary, or how will it be written in that contract?
So this is just you accepting this money this year. And I think, I'm gonna summarize what I heard. Downtown Snow Hill and Melanie Purcell, which Melanie Purcell, I'm reiterating what she said was, if the town still needs help, she's prepared to do that and is still open to that discussion. And then downtown Snow Hill said something similar in the fact that they were hoping once you get that Main Street management designation, that a significant amount of funding is going to come towards them to help with this gap. But what you do when you have a grant funded employee, their offer of employment needs to note that they're partially funded by a grant and that grant could go away.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Okay. Any other questions?
Yeah.
Is that what yours?
Okay. Is that enough for this? Or we should wait till we get ready to talk about it?
So for the MOU, that's saying downtown Snow Hill is going to give you the $16,000. I think what Mr. Lumpkins was asking about is our direct dealings. with the
Yeah,
employees.
that's what I'm still thinking about it both
Yeah.
ways, yeah.
And these are just doing this for this year, but certainly this is all renewable next year. Between the county and downtown and downtown and the town.
Right.
But we'll have to address that issue in the letter of employment to the prospect.
Right.
Okay. Is that, so all of yours? Question?
All right, so let's take a look at resolution number 2025-6. Do I have a motion to accept it? Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Hearing no opposition, the resolution is passed, 2025-6. And now the memorandum of understanding.
The same memorandum of understanding that you saw at your work session, minus it was cleaned up and had it in draft form, reflecting the requirement of downtown Snow Hill to give us the 16,000, for us to use the 16,000 for that position. And then for some reason we don't use that money, it goes back to downtown Snow Hill, because downtown Snow Hill would be obligated to give it back to the county if it wasn't.
Okay, do I have a motion to accept the memorandum of understanding with downtown Snow Hill?
I move motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, I don't hear any opposition. The memorandum of understanding with downtown Snow Hill has passed. All right, comments from the public. I don't have anybody who wants to speak. Okay. All right, comments from council, starting with, Mr. Lee. Do you have any comments?
I just want to lift up those, lift up those who heard the town manager speak regarding the December 3rd event where the secretary will be coming to Snow Hill. It's a significant, it will be a significant event. And I'm thankful that the mayor and the entire council is supporting this effort. We have had a lot of discussion and unrest as it relates to this comprehensive plan over the past. I'm pleased, Rick, that you're providing leadership in this. You make this a true town event, not lopsided, not whatever comes out of the town. People, our voters need to know what comes out of the comprehensive plan as the issues that the town sees. This time will be the issues that we as a community are informed about and informed of, so that as this body goes forward to make plans for our growth and development, our welfare and our well-being, it's grounded in the results of the comprehensive plan. We almost need, and I hope that the secretary will help spread this information of informing our community, Rick, of really the purpose of the comprehensive plan, because I'm convinced if people understood, if the majority of the people understood the value and the direction that comes from a comprehensive plan and how it is linked to the county and to the state government. But that's poli-sci 101, that's a hard thing to do, I know, but the interest at this level, at a town leadership level, is so important that the people will come out to hear this and then entrust us to take it to the next level. But I think it's so important for the people to understand value and purpose of the comprehensive plan. And that's what you're going to get from the secretary. She's going to come and talk about her plan for growth and development in a new 8-point program. And that 8-point program that we are going to address and tie into is the state program under the new governor that's going forward. So that's what we really, really need to know. And it will not happen in terms of being productive unless the citizens come forward and say and participate in the process. And that's what you've been hearing all the struggling about. And thank the mayor, thank council, and again, thank Rick for his leadership. Your experience is taking us through this. Your experience is taking us through this because you've been there. But I don't think you've ever had as much problems in getting there as you've had thus far, but we're gonna get there together. That's what it's about. And Dan, we got you too. You looped in this, brother. Leadership role. We're gonna hold your feet to the fire. Thank you, man.
Okay, thanks. Councilperson Lumpkins?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Randy Barfield and his people for putting up the decorations. I enjoy those every year. I'm gonna bring you all some cookies real soon.
Councilperson Fletcher?
I wanna, say that, the museum open house, that was so great. And the Harvest Festival.
This
which-
weekend.
Yes, it's this weekend,
Yeah.
not
Not
last
weekend.
weekend. And I believe, high school is having something, ROTC celebration, I believe, is this.
It's this weekend.
But I believe it's the same.
Same,
Thursday
same.
In the chamber.
When the chamber is having theirs. Okay, okay.
And to all the town staff, once again, for all your hard work that you put.
Mr. King, did you have something you wanted to add?
Just a point of clarification, saying that I do the Route 12 sign, it's been
It's
changed.
been changed to
Okay.
this
I,
15th
right, I've got an extra line underneath there. Where is it going to be?
train station,
At the train station?
11 to 4.
11 to 4, train station.
Yes.
Look at that.
Okay, thank you for doing
Thank
those
you.
signs. That's
Yeah.
appreciated.
That's a rotary thing.
Yeah, Rotary, that is a Rotary thing. Yes, the Harvest Festival is at the train station on, Saturday and Sunday. We have a Royal Court Passage 5K walk
Yes.
or run. Okay, so that's coming up. That's exciting. You can sign up, you can register online. We have a tree lighting, on the 28th. At 6 PM at Sturgis Park. Mayor and council will be there to officially have the grand lighting. And we do thank Public Works for getting all those lights up. It's going to be fabulous. The 2nd, we will not have a work session until the 2nd of December. So I just want to wish everyone a wonderful and safe Thanksgiving. So if you're traveling, please be safe. Secretary of Planning is coming and that's already been announced. So I wanted to reiterate that also. Okay, do we have a motion to adjourn?
I make a motion to adjourn.
Do we have a second?
A second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Motion is adjourned. We need it.